Hello everyone, and today we are going to be playing Resident Evil 8 Village. So I streamed the beginning of Resident Evil 8, which I didn't know what I was doing, and I was just at the beginning castle part. And then I went and played the rest of the game for myself, and I for one absolutely loved it, and I'll talk about more of that in a bit. However, so I played it, and I really wanted to replay it because something that I really liked in Resident Evil 7 was speedruns. And I am by no means a speedrunner, I'm talking like very humble speedruns. But this game just came out a couple days ago, and there's no one on the scene doing it professionally yet, so I figured, why not go for it? So I played the game again, and I went and did a lot more of the puzzles that I didn't do on the first run, and I looked up a couple walkthroughs for like putting the treasures together and stuff like that. And then about halfway through, I'm like, I wonder how fast I could go if I speed up. And then I went and did like the unlimited ammo unlock for the WOLFSBANE, which we'll talk about in a second. And I did it in 2 hours and 58 minutes. So I said, I bet that if I take a WOLFSBANE and I give myself unlimited ammo and I do the whole game like that, running from story point to story point, I bet I could do this in under 2 hours. And what better way to see if I can do it than on camera, under pressure, with an audience? So that's what we're going to be doing. So some things to get out of the way before this. The cutscenes, apparently, according to every streamer I've heard of, count as total playtime, which is really lame. I wish I could take a break during the cutscenes. However, sadly, I cannot. So I'm going to have to be skipping all of those. And I'm going to have the WOLFSBANE with unlimited ammo. Now, that should be the only weapon I need, considering it's fully upgraded and possibly the highest damage gun in the game. So there's that. And then I think everything you do in game, from the shopping and going through your inventory, counts towards time, except pausing. You can pause the game. So if there's an emergency or I need to discuss something, I may pause it. But other than that, pretty much everything you do affects game time. So we're going to try to get through it fast. And like I said, my goal here is a sub 2 hour run, which I'm sure there's more talented people than me. There's a fly in here. I'm sure there's more talented people than me that can do this. I've never done like a speed run for streaming or whatever, and this is by no means going to be a professional speed run. But I'm considering this a WOLFSBANE sub 2 hour speed run, and we're going to see how it goes. This will also be my third time completing the game, assuming I do. So let's go ahead and get into it, but as always, thank you for watching. So we're going to load game. The last one I just did is right... Which one was that? This one, the completed data. So this is the one where I had the WOLFSBANE, or 2 hours and 53 minutes, sorry, a bit better. So I've got the WOLFSBANE with unlimited ammo. I also have the Dragoon with unlimited ammo, or the whatever the AK is called in this game. However, I'm not going to be using it. It's just going to be the WOLFSBANE. I shouldn't need to use it or anything else. So we're seeing if we can do this game sub 2 hours. I'm not a professional by any means. Sub 2 hours with an unlimited ammo WOLFSBANE. Skipping cutscenes, going for it. So here we go. So we're going to do there. We're going to do standard. I did the previous quick run on casual because I was trying to get all the extra stuff. But we're going to do standard for this. I still think it'll be doable. So yeah, let's get into it. Yes. Alright, here we go, boys. I'm excited. I've never done something like this for YouTube. I was talking with my girlfriend about how like special doing this is for me, and because I wanted to do something like this. Because when Resident Evil 7 came out, for one, it was my first Resident Evil game. I played 7, I loved it so much, I went back and played the old ones. Like, I got the remaster for 1 and all of that. Now I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. But, can I skip? Yeah. We're also trying to speedrun, so as I'm talking, I'm going to be like spamming pause to get to the skip. And at this part, I gotta take the baby upstairs and come back downstairs, and then some more skips. So anyway, what I was saying is, when Resident Evil 7 came out, I loved it. I loved it so much. And I remember telling myself, this was like, when that game came out, 3 or 4 years ago.
It's like I said to you.
I said to myself, by the time the next game comes out, I want to have a platform that I can play this game for more people, or so that more people can watch. Because I've always loved YouTube, I've always loved YouTubers. Like, I've been watching Let's Plays and speedruns for forever now. So I was like, when 8 comes out, I'm going to make sure I have a platform for it. And here we are, and it's all thanks to you guys, so thank you.
Won't let those weird fairy tale monsters get you.
Also, I mean, obviously, like, you're going to see what happens in this game if you're watching. But before I like start talking about spoilers, I'll like say spoiler warning because I'm going to talk about details of this game. It's been out for a few days now, so I think it's pretty safe to talk about, but just a heads up. Skip. And then I think I can skip this one too. It's weird, some of the cutscenes that you can and can't skip. And this whole intro sequence is really long, so there's a lot of skipping. But, well, that is one of the ugliest babies ever. Like, in the actual clips, it really is an ugly baby. It's something, I don't know, something about the texture looks uncanny. It's not the ugliest baby in this game. I can't wait to do that part. Oh boy, I forgot about that. Okay, anyway. But, yeah, so I don't even remember what I was talking about. Something to do with 7. Oh, yeah, so I wanted to have an audience. Now I have that audience, and it's all thanks to you guys. Oh, yeah, the clips for this. So, some scene, like that I could skip, right? But then later in the game, there's going to be, like, scenes coming up where I'm laying there, like, and doing a task, and it makes me sit through the task. So if I ever pause really quick, then unpause, it's because I'm trying to see if there's a skip for it or not. Because, honestly, there's, like, no way to tell. Some of them that you think you'd be able to skip, you can, and some you have to sit through. Also, this game's got, like, a really long intro, comparatively. I mean, I guess 7's was also long, thinking about it, but, like, the intro for this game is, like, from the house all the way through till the, what part? Okay, like this, for example. No skip right there. That's what I was talking about. But, it's like the intro of the house until you get the gun from that guy who gets, like, yeeted through the ceiling to Jesus. Which we'll get to him in a second. Also, I suppose this would make a slight difference. On this playthrough, I took the meal that Duke made. Love Duke, by the way. I took the meal Duke made that lets you move a little bit faster. So I should be moving a little bit faster. There's the crow that jump scared me on the live stream. Hate that crow. So the WOLFSBANE, you come back here. The WOLFSBANE is probably my favorite weapon in the game because for one, it's cool, which is what matters the most, but also because like it's like fitting for the setting, like an old anti-werewolf revolver. It's a single action, and it's like aside from like the unlocks, like New Game Plus. Like, for example, the rocket pistol that you have to go through Village of Shadows difficulty to get. I think, other than those, it's the highest damage gun in the game. Probably. So, to trigger this whole event, you gotta run all the way to the back of the basement. And then you have to interact with a cabinet. And then you can come out the top. So, you gotta do this. And then... boom, boom, yeah. I think that was the werewolf. So for those that don't know, like the creatures in this game are called the lycanthropes, but people online have called like the big ones that you run into at the end, like the really tall wolf-like ones, like actual werewolves. So I think that was a werewolf that ran through, which we don't see till later. I'm not going to get into spoiler talk yet. In case someone's watching this to like see what the gameplay's like, because again I'm skipping all the cutscenes. Like, see, I can't skip this. It's technically not a cutscene. In case someone's seen what the gameplay's like, I'll save spoiler talk for later. I will say that the story is interesting. It's not like if you're looking for a super engaging deep story, I wouldn't really say Resident Evil is the place to go. It's more fun than anything else. But this game's like a 10 out of 10 on atmosphere and like visuals. And I think for what it is as a survival horror, the gameplay's fantastic. Sometimes it can feel a little stiff and wonky, especially when you're like blocking and hand to hand, but I love it. So here we go, WOLFSBANE time. Oh, I also have the Scorpion up there, but like this is just my loadout from the last playthrough I did. But like I said, I'm sticking to just the WOLFSBANE. Shouldn't need to use explosives or anything else. I guess healing items are understood if I need them, but
what happened?
Like I said, I'm trying to think of... Yeah, first place I need to go is up here. just using the WOLFSBANE shouldn't need for weapons. I'll say that just WOLFSBANE for weapons. I can use like obviously equipment and stuff. Just sprint back here, and then this is a cutscene, and then I walk a few steps forward, nudge this guy, then that's a cutscene, and dead. Anyway.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, I need to get the bolt cutters. So, I may... Oh, whoops. So, the other difficulty, Village of Shadows. Whenever I played Resident Evil 7 a lot, I loved the Madhouse difficulty. But from everything I've seen, and I tried... Oh, I'll embarrass myself in a second. From everything I've seen of this game, I have to go up here to trigger the event, grab the ammo. Oh, so I can't kill that one. That's great. I guess that's a cinematic then. Can I kill these guys? Yes, I can. Okay. Can't kill him. Also, I know if they can be killed or not in this scene because, like, the WOLFSBANE is a one-hit through the whole game to the, like, common enemies. I just have to wait for one to break in before I can leave. Wherever he wants to break in. But anyway, so I played Madhouse difficulty a lot, and what I really loved about it was that it changed the way the game played. Because it gave you some unlocks earlier than others. It changed like the order that you would go through the mansion. And I really loved that. However, I am a little disappointed in Village of Shadows because even though it says it does that, do I have to come over here? Maybe. I'm trying to speedrun. If you guys could hurry up. There we go. If you all could hurry it up. Alright, there we go. Cool. I'm a little disappointed because even though it says it does that, I don't think it actually does. Because watching playthroughs of it, it looks like the exact same game order and everything. And here comes possibly the worst part in the game for beginners. So I'll just go ahead and start the thing. Start shooting them. So this is going to be the worst part for like speedrunners. Not me, because I'm just going for sub 2 hours, which is, you know, like relatively easy. It's not like it's going to be any big hard issue. So if you don't know about this part, it is a like crescendo event of sorts. So all these different werewolves come, and there's no end to them. You can fight them forever until a timer goes up. And this is so satisfying to kill them in this scene because I hated this first playthrough. Until a timer goes up, and then you can progress to the next part of the game. However, that's not made clear to you anywhere. So if you're like me, first time through, all you did was sit there and suffer.
There's no end to them.
Yeah, what he said. So I wasted like all of my ammo that I had amassed for it turns out nothing. Because yeah, they drop money, which isn't really valuable yet. Ammo's what's valuable because you can't use the money. So all that ended up happening was I wasted all of my ammo and died a bunch of times. It was very frustrating. So speaking of what I was talking about earlier with the Village of Shadows difficulty, I tried Village of Shadows off stream. I was like, let's see how hard it is. I cannot get through the first werewolf encounter. Or lycanthrope encounter. I need to get good because, man, it's hard. They two-hit you. It takes, like, I think more than 10 shots to the chest to kill a werewolf. They move a lot faster. You have to dodge a lot more. So it looks very difficult. But it's a challenge I want to get to, so maybe one day I'll do it. We'll see. And I'm just waiting on more to show up. There we go. See, no one knows how to trigger all this stuff either. Because, like, first two playthroughs I danced around on the ceiling for a while, and eventually it, like, play started. What the heck? Is that supposed to be a arrow hitting me or something? Here comes the big giant. Hold on. So, but anyway, what I was talking about with Village of Shadows, apparently this part alone has like made people not play the game on Village of Shadows. Because doing what I'm doing right now without the special weapons is near impossible. I wonder if I can kill this guy right here. I did on casual. Reload. That's the one downside of this gun. It's a little slow compared to like the assault rifle, but it does that. Yeah, let's go. Okay, that's so satisfying to kill him right there, because like I love giants too, obviously, if you know the channel. But like first playthrough, that guy was terrifying. And something I really love about like this game and Resident Evil 7 is the correct way to do the power fantasy. So what can we get to the? Can we hurry this up? Is the correct way to do the power fantasy, and what I mean by that, hurry up, is you go from like being afraid and hiding from these things to like, okay, for example, whenever the first encounter, if I let one hit me, will it speed it up? No, it doesn't. I just okay. All right, that was a mistake. I thought that would speed it up. Never mind. What's... There we go. Okay, there it is. That's what I was looking for. And I can skip. Cool. Alright, anyway. So... you go from being so afraid of these things and hiding from them at every turn to, like, just putting the beat down on them. So the first time I ran into the werewolf, I need to get the... 2 things for the castle door, which are up here. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and also like focus on what my next steps are. So the first time I ran into the werewolf, I was afraid of it. Then I'm like, wait, there's a weapon down in the building, the water well at the bottom of the hill. So I go down there to get it, and it's a grenade launcher. And I had been getting all this grenade launcher ammo I couldn't use, so I immediately go from hiding from this thing to shooting it 6 times with a grenade launcher and killing it. And that's what I like about like 7 and 8. You go from like the prey to the predator really fast. Some would say a little too fast in some cases, which in the case like that with the grenade launcher, yeah, sure. But, or me right now using an unlimited ammo WOLFSBANE. But it's still really fun, and I think the experience works overall. Can I go inside? Thank you.
Close the door.
Also, so like what I just did there, where I ran past all of them, several parts in this game you may think that you need to kill the enemies to get by, but really you just have to get to the next progression. Oh, I have to go here first. You just have to get to the next progression point. Skip. But in reality, you just need to like sprint by them. You don't have to like clear the area or whatever. Also, if you can tell, I'm like messing up at some parts in here. Like whenever I sprinted, I forgot I have to go to the other door first. And like here, I think I just wait. This is my first attempt at speed running, and I'm not a speed runner. So, do I have to look at this for? No, okay, I don't.
This way.
I do know I can't run by her. I have to stand behind her. I'm not a professional by any means. This is my first attempt at this, so if I mess up or forget something, you get to see the blunder. But I thought it would be fun, like first time to show. I'll have to let him skip. Run back in here to get the key. Oh wait, no, I don't see. I forgot. That's just shotgun ammo. Key's here. Little stuff like that piles up. Alright. Run.
Damn, the fire's moving fast.
I can see that, Ethan, thanks. Okay, so this is a cutscene, and then I hit the gas, and then it's another cutscene.
Don't worry, and try not to breathe in the smoke.
I know. Thank you, Ethan.
The story here is happening, if you're not familiar. People brought me
I
in,
hope you're
they started dying, I'm leaving. The usual. Skip cutscene. Yeah, I could also be like, if I really care, I'm just trying to get under 2 hours. I'm not trying to like break a record or anything. If I really cared, there's a lot of times that I could like speed up doing the cuts or whatever. Because what's happening is I get to talking, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to skip this part, and it's just my bad. Oh yeah, see, right there, I forgot that the whole reason I went in there is to get a screwdriver. All those people died for me to get the screwdriver, and I wasn't even appreciative. Technically, I killed those people too, because they wouldn't have died unless I went in there with that guy.
Stop! Mother Miranda!
See, I forgot to skip there too. I am by no means a speedrunner. So if I can do it under 2 hours, you can do it under 2 hours. With the God Revolver. That's definitely cheating. There's people who speedrun like with standard game equipment, which on certain difficulties I think would definitely be doable. I could not imagine doing this game on like Shadow. Oh wait, see, I forgot which way I was going. I cannot imagine doing this game on like Shadow's difficulty without using New Game Plus weapons. Because for those that don't know, the way that I got this handgun is you unlock it like the WOLFSBANE, the revolver I'm using. You unlock it like 70% or 3/4 of the way through the game. It's pretty like far down in there.
Nothing but blood and death.
And I also wouldn't recommend, if you're like saving yourself for the story, I recommend not watching this because I'm going to be killing a bunch of people and skipping their cutscenes, so nothing will make sense. Because like here I do this and then skip because I get captured, and then I wait for myself to wake up.
The man is of no real use to anyone else.
There's mommy,
and my daughters
vampire
do
mommy.
so love entertaining
I bet they do.
Furthermore, I can assure you if you entrust
She, gosh, that doll wasn't creepy to me until I did the level.
Jesus Christ!
Which, if y'all have seen the game or played it, you know what I'm talking about. Since I got to her house later in the game, which I'm gonna have to deal with here in a bit. And man, seeing the doll to me is scary now because it's associated with that scene.
Very nice.
Which I guess we'll be into in the next like 30-40 minutes. Woohoo. There's so many like little cutscenes you can skip over like that. Alright, sprint.
Shit!
My word. You truly are as strong as they say.
And then you just hide back in the scope.
You didn't think
And now I can wait and get a drink of coffee.
Gotta keep Donna and Moreau entertained. So now it's time for the beautiful, blood-soaked grand finale.
Oh no, death.
Nothing like fresh American ground beef.
Alright, so now I continue sprinting.
Too close. Wait, do those freaks have Rose?
Get my gun back up. But I like the story. It's fun. Like I said at the beginning, it's not like anything super fantastic. As in, there's not like a ton of twists. The twist I thought worked okay, which was about Mia's intentions. And as like those start to come up, I'll talk about it more. I thought it worked decent enough. However, it's not like, I don't know anyone that bought Resident Evil 8 for the impending, like, the great story. They bought it because it's a fantastic horror game by a fantastic company. And, like, it's fun, the environment's cool and all of that, and the mommy vampire. Which are all perfectly acceptable reasons. I'll check my time whenever I get into the castle door. Because if you pause, you can see your time at the top of the pause menu. Also, I have like no standard of comparison. I haven't watched any speedruns. Again, the game's been out 3 days. It's not really like there's that many. So I have no idea what's a good time to get to this part. But I think like if I'm under 20 minutes, that's good. That's just me guessing. I have no idea. Love you, Duke, but I'm not going to be shopping this run. The Duke really is a good character. And I like how he came in at the end of the game, too. He went from being just like a normal merchant to like something substantial, and I enjoyed it. Especially that line he says at the end, I'm not sure what I am. 19 minutes, see, I was right, under 20. Cool. So 19:30. I think that means I'm doing alright. Also, that happens. I notice that happens a lot when I sprint through areas. Like, the game sort of freezes. So I go here. I trigger the cutscene. And then I get chained up in Lady D's room, which, oh no. Don't chain me up and tie me to the ceiling. That would be awful. So yeah, if you sprint through areas really fast, the game will, like, stop you, go black screen, and, like, refresh. Which I don't know if that's just a last-gen problem, because I'm playing on an Xbox One, but little, I don't like it.
You crazy bitches.
I also, yeah, I can't skip this scene. I didn't think I could. Also, I should mention, I have no idea if a sub 2 hour run's even possible. Like I said, I just played the game kind of casually, and did 2:53, so I just assumed it was possible. I have no clue. I haven't heard any records. I haven't heard anyone talking about what super fast for this game is. I just went with it. What I'm going to... So, like, after Resident Evil 7 came out, and, I mean, it took a while for, like, people to figure out strategies for all this stuff. There was, like, 0 damage speed runs for, like, Madhouse difficulty and stuff, which is so wild. I can't imagine... I know people are going to end up doing it, probably. But the idea of someone, like, 0 damaging this... See what I mean, where it stops you and, like, does it? The idea of someone, like, 0 damaging this game on Village of Shadows is mind-numbing. That's going to get annoying fast, especially if it affects, like... If that counts as time, like that seconds, that's going to be really annoying. I hope that's just the last gen... Oh, wait, no, not that. I hope so. I go here. Look at this. All that ammo you saw in my inventory just then was from whenever I did the last playthrough, and I just collected a bunch of ammo and didn't use it because I started using the WOLFSBANE, so I just have, like, ammo because I was picking up everything.
And just watch. Taking a live, dead, which would you prefer?
Sprint, sprint, sprint. Jump down here. I'm going to run into some people in the dungeon. So yeah, like I said, I don't even know if 2 hours is possible. I just think it is. Or I should say, I know it's possible for, like, speedrunners out there and guys who are, like, crazy good at Resident Evil. I'm not sure if it's possible for me. As someone who's never speedran before and just was like, how hard could it be? So this really is a test. We got this, shoot there. The WOLFSBANE absolutely launches that thing. That's so funny. Alright, so sprint through here. Sprint through here. And then here's where I start running into people. I think I can run by them. But I mean, it's not like that takes me a ton of time, what I just did. Oh, yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Like I said, you don't have to kill all the enemies, you just have to get through the area. She'll spawn in right here.
Cassandra caused all this mess.
I was watching one guy play the Village of Shadows difficulty. It's like the only stream, quote-unquote stream I watched. Oh, I can skip here. And this part on Village of Shadows, look, Alright, I get it, I get it, I get it. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm not even going to pick up the torso, just the stuff I need to progress. I'm not going to be using the shop or anything. Was that one shot? I fired twice because I didn't think the first one registered. What's my health at? Yeah, I'll use a healing item. And, like, I know I'm using, like, here's the inventory if anyone wants to see it. I know I'm using, like, health items from a previous playthrough and stuff, which I'm sure... Please stop doing that. Oh, no, I need to go upstairs. Yeah, see, I forgot. Whoops. I totally forgot where I was going. Anyway, so I'm using, like, health items from a previous playthrough or whatever, so I'm sure that would exempt me from, like, official runs or whatever. But like I'm not doing anything official. I'm doing this for fun and to see if I can do it. I don't expect anyone to like qualify or disqualify me because that's not why I'm doing this. But was that one shot with this? Because this isn't easy. This is like medium. It's I think regular is what it said. It's not casual. It's regular.
Shall I give
I'm
you
gonna
the
open this because it's gonna be useful later. Wait for her to come here and then juke her out. No, I didn't know she cut like that.
So thirsty.
Okay, run, and then I put the key in. Open. There we go. Okay. Alright, go through these doors, and then Lady D's gonna be walking up the stairs. Yep. Okay, so again, no clue what like good or bad time for this game is, but I'm gonna guess if I kill Lady D by like 45 minutes, I'll be alright. Because like once you know the stuff, it's not. Wait, do I go in here now? Yeah. Alright, so he looks at her. She looks over there. Come on. She looks over there. And they look over there. That should be it. This is my third time playing through this part, so I like remember how the statues go. Open up. There we go. But yeah, if I do this, I didn't even know I could do that. If I do this by, like, if I kill her by 45 minutes, in my guess for how the game goes, that'll be okay. Because the puppet and the swamp, the puppet and like the fish person thing, do not take as long as like the castle section, or even the factory. The factory honestly isn't that long. Like on my first playthrough, I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, this factory. All right, finally got him. Also, as you can tell, I'm just kind of like running by enemies. I'm not sticking around to fight them all. This is what I meant by you just have to get to the next part. You don't have to like clear the path. Get zoinked. See, and now you're on your way out. Now, the issue is, and this may look easy for that reason, but on higher difficulties, and when you don't have an unlimited ammo revolver, you need to also look for ammo and keep resource management in mind. So you have to spend those times clearing areas in order to, like, get equipment. Oh, I love to sit here and wait for the tall lady. This is a speed run, so skip.
Go ahead.
Don't worry, we'll be seeing her in just a second. The crawls are my only breaks. So yeah, well, it may look like easy and fast now. Remember, I have a one-shot unlimited ammo revolver, so I don't have to worry about stuff like accuracy or resources or survival horror. So you can skip this, or my arm gets cut off.
You will learn what it means
Alright,
to insult.
so I loop her here. Okay, yeah. And then I go grab my hand that she cut off. She is close. Oh boy, I'm going to get... No, she's not that close. Okay. Please open. Ah, she's right on me. She's right on me. Open! Open! She striked. Ooh, that was close. Alright. Did not mean to be that close. Oh, I can hear. Okay. I think I'm fine. Oh, I'm about to... My right hand's unusable. Great. And then grab this. See, we good. We good. We got it. Whew! Had me sweating there for a second.
Running will get you nowhere.
Thank you. I also can't skip this part. It's pretty long. So just... Because technically it's an action rather than like a cutscene. I got my Superman for good luck. La 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 la. Still can't skip. Even though I'm just sitting here waiting. Also, given what the end reveal of this game turns out to be, stuff like this makes more sense. Like how he can just reattach his arm. Because people were making fun of that in the last game. How he goes from like... Whew! Where did he go? Get out of my way. He went through the door. Alright, so... I've got to get the key from downstairs. So, whoops, missed. There we go. Just got to get the key from the piano. First time I played this, which if you're watching the stream you saw, I thought I had to read sheet music, so I was looking it up, and then someone's like, hit the key, and you can just see what it is. Because I thought the devs were legit going to make me learn to play the piano to progress. Yeah, so there it is. They're like, just hit a key once, and I could see, yeah. Whoops. Alright, so I'm sure there's a faster way to do this. However, the quickest way it looks like to me is to loop Lady D on the top floor. So whenever I walk to this door up here, she's going to spawn in. Right like that, yeah. So now I stand right here, wait for her to come, and then I go this way, sprint by her, and then, so like she strikes and takes a few seconds, which gives me long enough to open this door, and as soon as I walk through this door, she despawns, because this is a boss fight. So rather than like running around and getting lost, let's see if this is one shot. One second. Yeah, it's one shot. That's so insane. It's fully upgraded. I didn't think it'd be a one shot to the daughters, but it is. That's wild.
I'm sick of bugs.
I don't need anything from her. Let's go out this way. Let's grab this mask. I don't know if I need to unlock this door, but I will for the sake of it. Alright, so here's the 5 bells. 1, 2. I missed. I'm gonna have to be better. See, these are ways that someone after me can make a much better run. Yeah, got it. Okay. I don't want to admit how long it took me to find the bell inside of this, but it was a pretty good while. And then finally that one. Also, I think this is probably the sniper rifle too, but I think this gun and maybe the sniper rifle are the only weapons in the game with penetration damage. Because like most guns, the bullet stops when it hits someone. This is the only time I've shot the bell, and so like with the other weapons I've used, you have to break the glass with the first shot and use the second shot to hit the bell. But because this bullet carries through, it hit both of them with one bullet. Also, all of this part that I'm doing, which, I mean, you know, if you... Sure, why not? That wasn't out of my way or anything to pick up. Wherever, like, there were weapons on the first playthrough, there's just, like, money now, because you already have all the weapons. Thank you, Gargoyle. All this part that I'm playing through, which, again, you know, if you've played or anything, or seen, takes a lot longer the first time around or whatever. Again, an unlimited ammo revolver makes it not bad at all. Run, don't worry about any of them. Because again, you don't have to kill the enemies here. You just have to go get the stuff. This is what I'm... Nah, it's not gonna bother me. This is what I mean by, like, the power fantasy. So you go from being afraid of these things and fighting them, to once you figure it out, you're just running by them, killing who you need to with upgraded weapons. And rather than, like, an unearned... Gosh. Get out of my face. Alright. I don't know how many of them I needed to kill, but it made me feel better. This is what I mean by not optimized speedrun. But rather than an unearned power fantasy where you, like, kill these things... Hold on. Where you're fighting... Where you're killing these creatures, and it's just, like, easy from the beginning. So it's just like, haha, I get to destroy things, and it's fun. I think it's so much better and so much more interesting where you go from being afraid and hiding from them and worried about resources to what I'm doing now. Just like, blap, blap. Alright, here's why I opened that door earlier. She spawns in here, I can just turn right and go into the lodge. And it's gonna stop me. I hate that. Okay. Alright, so she's right behind me. I hate that so much. Alright, let's see how many of these I can put on before she gets down here. This one's Sorrow. Oh, there's one more. I forgot. See? Alright, so I'm gonna go in here to despawn her. No, I don't want to have the conversation with you. And I need... Gosh, she's right outside the door. I need to go... Let me think. Second floor. The room with Dim's key. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm just gonna have to... I know she'll, like, be right there, but I have no other option. Yep. Woohoo! Alright. It's gonna take too long if I, like, did the long trek around. I really hope these black screens, because I'm on an Xbox that, like, is having trouble loading, I really hope those do not mess with the run. They better not. Alright, so open this with her key. Alright, grab this mask. I have to go through here, and then here's where I fight the last daughter. Alright, I'm gonna have to... Alright, this is my bad. I'm gonna have to blow up this wall. I don't think... Yeah, the gun won't do it, so... I will have to cheat to use the pipe bomb here because I have to get through this wall. To open that up. Okay. And there... She's dead. Yep. One shot. Let's go. And now... while she's still dying. While she's still dying, just... Let me unscrew this as she calcifies in front of me. Let's get the animal skull out. And then this door will open. As soon as she's done with her death animation. So yeah, technically that was cheating. Like, using the pipe bomb, even though I said that no other weapons, but that was the only way to get through there. So, sorry, but...
Okay, I should be able to get
What's she gonna do? But it's my fake speed run and I'll allow it. Alright, so she should be facing away so I can stand immediately behind her. She moves faster in regular than casual, I just noticed. Because in casual, she like very slowly does this walk. Here she's like, she's got some get up and go to her. Somehow did not see me, okay. Now she saw me, I heard her.
The entire bloodline of...
She's upset. Rage goes here. Yep. Joy maybe? Yep.
Done in
And then pleasure.
by the likes of you.
Please, please, just let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me... Just let me out, game. Okay, door, I get it. Door's unlocked. It's really cool. It's really cool. Just let me go. Okay. Whew! I was stressing. Okay, cool. I'm also amazed that I guessed all those masks right. I only knew pleasure, or the sorrow one was up front, because it's the first one you get. But I was so lucky on those others. So, I think we're doing pretty good on time. I'm not going to check in until after I fight her, but I think we're doing alright. So, this is a cutscene. The first one was not.
Looks like you're outside.
Alright, fight time.
Matches your inside.
Yeah, for those who don't know, this is your sexy vampire woman. This is what she becomes. So. Also, I don't know how it works with these bosses and stages, because, like, this... Oh, wait. Grab the first stage. Because, like... As you saw with, like, vampire... Like, the daughters, it takes one shot to kill them. But these bosses have stages, right? So that means, like, they have to go through their stages to finish the boss fight. So I guess one shot sends them to the next stage of health, maybe? Because the first time I did this boss fight, or I guess the first two times I did this boss fight, I wasn't using this gun. So I don't know how this super gun works. Because, like, I may have done enough damage to kill her if she was at her other stages. This is all stuff that's going to be figured out after the game's out for more than 3 days. But... see? Okay, that was 2 bullets to do that. So I guess that's sending her through that stage of the fight or whatever. Because I know she goes to that side and does her thing, and then she goes to the left side. So she should pop up over here now, I think. No. Oh, okay. She hasn't showed up on that side before. It just clips me inside, yeah. Alright, so now... oh, I can skip. Okay, cool. Alright, so that was pretty fast. And then I'd come up top, and then I'd shoot her a couple more times and the fight's over, I think. Do I even shoot her again? I'll find out.
Don't be shy. Show me your terror.
Whee! No, I don't. But I also can't skip.
I'll eat you up, every last morsel.
Yeah, she's dead. Here's your mommy vampire. Is this what you wanted? Yeah, I can skip this. And she's dead. Woohoo! Alright.
You're the one who's cursed.
Woohoo! We did it! And we got my daughter's head, but you don't know that yet. Yeah, I can't skip this part. I think we did pretty good time. So that's getting out of the castle and killing Lady D, who's the first of the 4 sub-bosses. Alright, so we will check time now. 39 minutes. Okay, I said if we were under 45, I think we're good. So we're under 40, which I think we are doing alright. Again, I have no standard for comparison, and I'm just guessing, so... this may be fun for, like, to watch if you are like me and just casually watch speedruns and whatever. I guarantee you... shoot that fish. I did that for a reason. I need to get the challenge for killing 40 fish. Not to go to waste, but help where you can, right? Anyway, this may be fun if... oh, grab this key. This may be fun if you're like me and you just like casually watch speedruns for fun or whatever. But someone who actually does speedrunning is probably crying right now. Can you please open my inventory game? Please. Okay, thank you. You're really killing my vibe right now. There we go. Yeah, because like I'm probably doing so many things awful. But if you're like me and you just like casually enjoy games, it's like, oh cool. Under 2 hours, I bet that's the best you can do. I remember people were doing like Resident Evil 7 in like 40 minutes, which I don't even know how. That's so wild. That is the amount of time I've been playing right now for the whole game. Also, quick mention, the factory you can see over there, which we find out what that is later in the game. I remember coming out of there the first time I played and seeing that and being like, wow, there's some like greater world building going on behind the scenes, isn't there? My initial thought was it was Umbrella, like it was Umbrella's factory and like their runoff was creating all this. Like their waste disposal was causing everything happening in this village. I was wrong, but you know, it got me thinking. Yeah, just run by all the werewolves I just did.
There you are. I had a feeling.
Skip, skip, skip. Alright. So now... oh wait, no, I have to go to the house in the village first. Yeah, I forgot. And then... bonk! And then I think I go through the house because all the roads are blocked off right here. So I go through here. And then I go out the back door. Yeah, because I have to go get the key. Panic, 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 panic. No, I don't go that way. Oh boy. Do I go this way? Yes, I do. Alright, I'm stupid. See what I mean? Like, someone could so easily be better at this than I am right now. I knew that guy would be there. I have to go get the crank from up here. Just through that lock. And without looking at the note, he won't pop up. So 070408. Yeah, so you look through at a piece of paper that says look out the window. And when you do look out the window after reading the piece of paper, you get jump scared. Grab that handle. And you have enemies to fight. Or if you're like me and just don't read the piece of paper but know to look out the window, it doesn't happen. So less werewolves to deal with. Can you die? Thank you. Are you done being dramatic? Alright. Pick up that skull for no reason. Yeah, if only I had a jack handle. There we go. So shake. And then I continue on like it never happened. Here's where I run into like the armored guy for the first time. We're gonna see if this gun one hits him. Oh, I didn't see him there. Zoink. Zoink. Who's screaming? Oh. I may not have to kill these guys to get by, but I'm not sure. Alright, let's see how quick you die. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 shots. That's impressive. That's more than like the daughters. I didn't think he'd be that strong. Or maybe like the first 2 shots didn't register because he was in an animation. I don't know. So I drop down over here. And I'm trying to remember everything. Then I go up the ladder. I've only done this twice, so I have to remember out loud a bit. And I drop down. There's a werewolf in here eating somebody. Just zoink. Okay. It was very loud. And I combine the keys. Alright, so now I go...
Better see the Duke again.
Dang, I've got to go do that part. I don't want to do that part. I'm going to go do the scariest part in the game next. Fantastic.
What?
Skip. Thank you, Duke. I will be doing none of those.
If you...
This is a speedrun. I only have one. To get this gun, the WOLFSBANE... Let me put the key in. To get the WOLFSBANE, you have to go... do the secret treasure, which what Duke just did. He took my map and marked where all the secret treasures were, and they're definitely worth doing. But to get this revolver, you do the one by, I think it's Mordeu, the little like fish person, one of the lieutenants. It's like Mordeu's hidden weapon or hidden treasure or whatever. That's how you get the revolver. You just go get it from there. It's not a hard challenge, you just walk into a building to get it. However, as you're leaving, a big werewolf spawns. But if you have this revolver, it's not really a problem.
Come with me.
I can't skip these,
There's something I
but
have to tell you.
they're like stuck cutscenes.
What's
I
going
really
on?
don't want to do this part. This is the one part of the game that legit scared me. There's no way to skip it, or I can't shoot my way out of it either.
Rose feels different. Ethan, you have to fix her.
What the hell is this?
Everyone leaves me.
The game did do a good job at this. Like, the misdirection or the unknowingness of, like, what the whole thing with me and Rose is. Like, what each character... What's going on with them, basically. Because there's clues that are given, but it's, like, not enough to figure out for your own. But by the time at the end, when all the pieces come together, it's like, oh, I get it now. Can't skip, because it's an action. I'll have time to rest on these elevator rides, that's for sure.
What's going on?
Alright, now to get to the worst part of both games. So, short version of what's going on. The big baddie, Mother Miranda, has... this is spoiler talk now, by the way. I'm going to start talking spoilers. So, Mother Miranda... I'm taking this earphone off because it's about to get scary, and I don't want to scream on stream. So, yeah. Anyway, so Mother Miranda is the big baddie who essentially since, like, the 1920s... It was Spanish flu, so 1910, 1920s. Has been using the mold, which is the same thing that caused all the deaths and all of that in Resident Evil 7. And all of the things that are happening in this village are the results of her experiments because she is trying to find a way to bring her daughter back from the dead. And basically what that amounts to is she is taking people and she is putting them... Let me move my phone one sec. She is taking people and she is infecting them with the mold to see how their biology reacts to it, because she's trying to find the perfect host to bring her daughter's soul back and put into, or basically soul. Her daughter's essence, essentially. So, like, Lady Dimitris, the tall mommy vampire, the reason that she is like that is because after being tested with the mold, that's just how her biology reacted to it. She became, she needed to intake blood. She became 9'6" because she had regeneration capabilities, and it made her biology freak out, and she got like twice as tall. Let me go in here. And now we get to the worst part of the game. Oh boy. Like this girl, who it turns out is a ventriloquist, the same thing happened. She gave this lady her, I'm going brain dead here. She gave her the mold to see how our biology would react, and she was able to essentially like make people hallucinate things. The fish guy, same thing or whatever. All of it is in effect to find the host for her daughter. And it turns out that the only proper way to truly find a host is through Rose, Ethan's daughter, because she was born, as it turns out, both of her parents were infected by the mold, so she's like the perfect candidate for it. So that's the reason that the whole game takes place. Mother Miranda... Hold on, I need to get this stuff out. So I get the key out of the shoulder up here. Right. And then I get the winding key out of... I don't think I need the ring. I'll pull it off just because I'm here. I think the code's 052911, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I needed to go here instead to get the wind-up key out. Anyway, so now I should be able... I think it's 052911. But it turns out that Rose is the perfect candidate, so everything that's happened in the game has happened... Is that right? Yeah. Everything that's happened has happened as a means to kidnap Rose for Mother Miranda to use as a host, essentially. And then I come over here and do this box.
Why is this here?
All these are hallucinations, but I think they're hallucinations. Which I'll go ahead and say, the baby coming up is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. Not just in a Resident Evil game, but near any game. My gosh. I think this is it, right? Yeah, so the way you do this puzzle is there's scratches on the gears, so you just line up the scratches with each other, and I've done it 3 times now, so I know how they go. To get the tweezers out to go finish the autopsy. Also, if you didn't catch... Which, I mean, I've been skipping the cutscene, so if this is all you've seen, I'm sorry. But the body on the table is supposed to look like Mia's to mess with Ethan. This is probably not the video to watch if you're interested in the story or anything like that, because I'm not going over any of it. I'm just like, because like there's so much going on about his wife, and this is actually a very good part of the game for that, because on the radio you hear it sound like Mia's up to something, which it turns out she kind of was, but it was for Ethan's own good. I guess I'll go ahead and spoil it because we're talking spoilers at this point. So it turns out, you find out at the end of the game that Ethan this entire time has been dead since the events of Resident Evil 7, and he's essentially been kept alive, or in a state of being alive, by the mold. Monkey first, then the village book, then the wind-up. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, okay. No, it's not. Oh boy. Am I gonna have to... Ooh, I don't want to have to start messing up now. Nah. Okay. This would be the part I get tripped up on. Okay, the monkey, fairy tale. Okay, I messed up 3 and 4. Okay, let me switch those. No, what the heck? Okay. No. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, I've done that right every time except just then. It would be when I tried to speedrun. That's probably like a 9 or 8 second difference, so it doesn't matter to me. But if I was really trying to speedrun, that would be awful. I'm nervous now because I know what's coming up. So a bunch of people, this is kind of like the consensus online. Everyone's like, "Oh, I was going to get on to Resident Evil 8 for not being scary," and then I got to the house, and this is what they're talking about. Because, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. Okay, and I'm nervous now. Okay. Alright, so I'm grab the scissors from this doll. See, the good thing about getting a game early and like learning it early is I can make a speedrun video that doesn't look completely stupid. Because if everyone makes... Where am I going? Yeah, I'm going back here. Because if everyone makes a speedrun video after like people have made speedrun videos of like, oh, I did the game in 40 minutes, then you do one that's 2.5 hours, you just look dumb. But the game just come out, so I can look as dumb as I want. And I've done it twice and the symbol's been the same both times, so I'm assuming it's the same every time for this door puzzle. So I put the medallion in, and then I changed this to the flying bird, and then I changed this to the 3 shut eyes. Yes, okay. And we're not quite there yet. We're about to be. I don't want to do this. Someone come play it for me. Alright, down the ladder. Alright, grab the breaker box key. And now the suffering's about to commence. So, I don't want to do this. The creature we're about to see. So, after you get done with this part, you're like, oh, it was all a hallucination. But then, I have my mic removed from my other ear too. I don't want to hear this, all the noises. You all have fun with it though. So this is actually the worst part because there's no like surefire way to not run into it. Alright, so we turn the corner and... Giant baby demon. Yep. So now sprint backwards. I think the only correct way to do it is to go through here. I think. I'm a little scared that's going to cut me off one of these days. Yeah, so I come through here. And then, so it spawned in this room. In the next room, I mean. So I open this. Grab the medallion out of the breaker box. I think this is the best way to do it. I've done it twice and this seems to be the fastest. I come back through this hole and it should be waiting for me as I crouch down here. Yeah, it's right there. Gosh. gosh, it's so creepy. Look at that thing. Oh. Oh, I don't like it at all. You'd think I'd like get over it, but no, I don't. So it goes back that way. It won't see me behind it. I've done this a couple times. It hasn't seen me either time. Or I've done this once and it hasn't seen me. So then I just go over to the store real quick, and then I put this on there really quick, and then I push on the door because I don't want to turn around and see it. Okay, and I'm safe for a few seconds. And then we'll run into it here in a second again. So that's obviously like a mental trip up in Ian's mind. Like he's trying to get his child back, and then it's like what looks to be the body of an aborted child. Obviously, you know, something to mess with him. However, I haven't seen it, but people online, I'm about to run into it again right here. And there it is, yeah. So people online have said that there is a piece of concept work from the developers, and then you hide under the bed from it, that have said that it's real. That it is an actual creature that was created by the mold using pieces of a child, and that it's a real thing in the basement. But yeah, seeing Mia and all of that is a hallucination, but that this thing itself is real, which is terrifying, and I wish there was a way to kill it. I guess it dies in the explosion at the end of the game, but that we need to burn this. Look how awful that is. Oh my gosh. Not only that, but the first time I was playing, I was so freaked out by it. I literally had a moment of like shock where I just stood still because I turned the corner and saw its face and was like, "What the heck is that?" And it grabbed me. And the death animation for this thing is it grabs you by the legs and swallows you whole, and it is horrifying and terrifying, and I hate it. Also, I know exactly where to go because I've done this twice now. But the first time you're playing, this is horrifying because you don't know where it is, you don't know how it pops up, you don't even know how it works, and it's all terrible. This part's especially terrible because, so you put in the fuse and it comes up right behind you. You're going to hear it in a sec. It's right behind me. Like if I turn around, it's right there crawling towards me. So I just push up against this, and then I jump in and press the button, press the button, press the button, press the button. I think I did it. Yeah, I did. Look at that. It's so scary. I've done it 3 times. It's so scary every time. It looks horrible. It sounds horrible. I hate it. Okay. But that's it. We got the worst part of the game over with. Now it's time for the boss fight. Or boss fight. This is so much less scary. Alright. So... sprint, sprint, sprint. So the objective is, there's this doll girl, and you have to find her, kill her. You have to find her and stab her 3 times in a row. And if you wait too long, her friend dolls or whatever will attack you. So all 3 times she's appeared in generally the same spots. First time she appears upstairs in this room. Yeah. And then, yeah, you can't skip these stabbing animations.
Fucking monster.
Honestly, she's probably right, considering everything that happens. I die. She becomes a, I mean, like, Rose herself becomes a super monster, so, like, you know. I know the post-credit scene's supposed to be cute and all, but the implications are pretty wild. Like, who's to say that's Rose? Who's to say the experiment didn't work? Which, oh, she's normally there. Okay, here she is. Yeah, then she'll be in this room the 2nd time, and the 3rd time she's always in the back hallway.
You do this to Rose too.
It's so scary to think that, like, the doll, like, that baby down there exists. So, like, after you come out of this delusion, if you were to go back downstairs, that thing would still be there. She is not back there where I thought she'd be, okay? There she is. Right. Yeah. There we go. And that's it. That's the third time boss battle over. This one's pretty easy, especially compared to the baby that came out before. Because you just have to find her 3 times.
What are you doing to my cute friends?
I don't think... Yeah, I can't skip this. And then it turns out that's the actual woman
It's over.
who was infected with it, and the doll was just a doll that she was making people hallucinate, which is why it came back and I was actually stabbing her in the head.
Mia, I'll make things right. What? Good. I need to get out of this place.
And then I can take this, and then I combine the keys. Combine. With our powers combined.
So that's who was behind all this?
I grab this.
That makes 2.
And then once that goes in the floor. So yeah, what's so creepy is that according to that theory, or like the thing from the developers that baby's real, if I was to turn around right there, I don't think you can. I hope you can't. I don't think you can, but if you were to just go back down to the basement, that thing would still be there. And I have my guns back now. I have the WOLFSBANE back, we're all good. Yeah, also, the reason I didn't use guns in that scene, I didn't really talk about it, but as soon as the blackout happens and then you're doing the autopsy and the puzzles, your guns are taken from you. So you can't fight it, can't shoot back, none of that. It's just fear the whole time, which is really good. I think it's awesome. I think that scene works great. Obviously, me being as scared as I am, the 3rd time playing is proof of it. Great horror, great use of horror. I love Resident Evil's action parts and stuff, but it's nice to see that they still know how to be scary. I really love this game a lot, and scenes like that balanced with parts like this prove it. Also, it may look like easy and not that fun, me running through with a one-shot revolver, but I have beat the game twice, used like after game, new game plus basically cheats to mod it or whatever. It's much more survival horror when you're not using a super gun. My coffee's cold now and I am sad. These elevators take forever. I don't know if they're loading sections or what, but my word. Oh, but yeah, I love this game. How was your all's day? Let me know in the comments, because I love hearing from you guys. I love just like reading comments where y'all just talking about how you're doing, and how also, of course, how you enjoy watching the videos, obviously. But how are you guys? I want to know how y'all are doing. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. I'm just having fun. Like I said, I'm not pro or anything of this. It's just a first attempt a few days after the game's out to see how I do. But I hope you enjoy. You don't have to kill any of these guys either. You can just sprint. Because first time I played through, I was like, oh, I have to clear all these bad guys in the section. You don't. At all. You just do what I did. Once we get back to the main courtyard, I'll check time. I'd say if we're at under an hour 10, we'll be alright. Because I'd say we're past halfway. All that stuff to do with the baby and the room and that house, like, took pretty while. This next part with, like, the fish man. Thank you. Mordeo, or whatever his name is a lot shorter in comparison. The factory part takes a long time, but once you get done with everything to do with Heisenberg, you're basically done with the game. Alright, so now I use the 4-wing key, and now we're on to the next boss. An hour and 5 minutes, okay, I was right. So, I said if we're under an hour 10, we should be good, and that's an hour 5, so, cool. Here's where I get attacked by Big Wolf. This is what I was talking about. Big scary wolf. That's so satisfying. Here, why not? I'll grab it. Being attacked by a big scary wolf? Nah. Oh, that's so fun. That's what I mean. That's the scene I was talking about earlier. That I was like, I went from being afraid, like how am I going to deal with it, just like, wait a minute, I have a grenade launcher. Even before that, on the first playthrough, before I had all the super weapons. Really just this one super weapon. Also, if you're curious how to get this revolver, I have to get the hunt 40 animals. I'm sorry, pigs. If you're curious how to get this revolver, once you're done with this section, go through that gate. And that's how you just follow the path, and that's where you'll find it. Along with another one of those giant werewolves. But again, you'll have this revolver, so it doesn't matter. This revolver as it comes isn't as strong as the one I'm using now. Because this revolver is fully upgraded and also has unlimited ammo, which helps. These pleasant elevator scenes. They were annoying the first time, but me trying to run as fast as I am, they're quite nice now. I'm trying to think of something intelligent to say. Kind of just focusing on where I'm going. I really like the design of the revolvers, like the old Peacemakers single actions. That's what I mean, like it's so fitting for the setting. Like the time period of it works, like the scroll work on it's so cool. But yeah, so you'll find the revolver up there, then you'll be attacked by a werewolf. I think it takes like 4 or 5 shots from the non-upgraded revolver to maybe 3 from the non-upgraded revolver to kill him. But it's not hard either way, because you'll have magnum ammo at that point too that you've been like collecting. Because unlike what I'm doing, you'll actually be stocking up on ammo rather than just running by all of it. Excuse me. Spread, spread, spread. This. Oh, I can skip it. Okay, cool. Then I grab that, then I skip this. Cool. That was the fish guy who's right there.
Damn freak!
And he blocked me off, so I couldn't move any further. I say fish guy. He's honestly probably one of the better written characters in the game, because I actually felt bad for him. As simple of a character it is as like the bumbling idiot, some of his dialogue makes me feel bad. Especially when you recognize later in the game that, with the exception of like Lady D, these people weren't really, like, they couldn't really be complicit, or they couldn't really have a choice, because from what it seems like, Miranda took these people of the village and just experimented on them. And then she didn't kill, or not kill, a lot of them became these random werewolves that you see right here, and the others became, like, a lot of the more, the ones you see in the castle dungeon, like the hooded figures, and then like ones we're going to see later at Heisenberg's facility. But if they had like a unique reaction like Lady D did, where she became the giant monster, or like this guy became a fish, then she acted all motherly to them. She was like, "Oh, my children, I just wanted what was best for you," and blah blah blah, a bunch of BS. And it's really sad, especially like this character talks about how he just wants to be loved by Mother, and how like it's not fair that he gets treated so poorly. He's special too, and it did make me feel bad, because yeah, sure, he's trying to kill me, but not only is it's heavily implied that this guy was like mentally ill beforehand. Like whenever you get to Mother Miranda's station or lab at the end of the game, where you find all her like research notes, she mentions that before the infection he was surprisingly low mental intellect. So not only is it implied, hold up, let me skip through this cutscene. Chris Redfield showed up there, which again, if this is your first time seeing the game, I'm sorry, I'm not showing anything in the story, but jump that. It's implied that like he was low mental efficiency. So not only was he like mentally ill beforehand, but then he is given essentially like this poison or this parasite that makes him become the super monster against his will. Move around here. And now he, on top of all of that, he feels bad that the others make fun of him, and it's really sad. Not gonna grab that crank because I know it breaks. Oh, I was afraid that would kill me. I didn't even know I could jump over that ladder. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, and here we go on with the puzzle and the giant fish trying to kill me. So I run up here. Fish spawns in. That's him, by the way. The guy I was talking about who, like, the fish person man, that's him. He randomly mutates into that thing, and he also can't control when and how he mutates to make it even sadder. But that's also what I mean by, like, they had interesting effects. So most people became, like, mindless zombies. Or, like, werewolves whenever they took the mold in. Whereas he... Hold on, let me sprint. Whereas he became, like, a giant fish, or Lady D became a tall vampire mommy woman, or, like, the ventriloquist girl was able to, like, manipulate people's minds. So as soon as that happened, Mother Miranda was like, oh, I love you. I care about you, my child. Just very manipulative tactics. And that's what makes me feel bad. Honestly, for all of them, with the exception of, like, Lady Dimitris, because she was kind of enjoying it. Especially, like, reading her logs and stuff. She's like, oh, I want to kill all these people because it's fun. And she, like, seems to revel in it. And just be not a good person. But with the exception of her, I feel bad for, like, all of them. Because they are really victims of Mother Miranda's plan, which was all to bring back her child. Sprint over here, across this. I didn't know I could do that all at once. Cool. Whew. Oh, I thought that got me. You've got to, like, carefully time when you go over these bridges, because he'll do that. Yep, go, 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 go. Yep. And then I can very quickly strip. Close, close, close. Alright. Alright, we're good. We're good. See, I'm at pro gamer, MLG. Let's go, boys. I knew what I was doing this whole time. But it is really sad. Like, it makes you it makes me sympathetic for the villains of the game. Because they are really just victims who are forced into this position. Because this guy can't control that he becomes this giant monster. Not only that, but he was mentally ill beforehand. Now he's being made fun of and forced to essentially do the work of the woman who claims to care about him but did this to him in the first place. And it's an interesting character, I think. I'm still going to shoot him, though. He's trying to kill me.
Caught myself a big one.
Thank you for that commentary.
Need to get out of here.
Doesn't speak like the whole game. Caught myself a big. Now I work my way and shoot. There we go. There's my MLG gamer moves, missing a still target at 5 feet. Alright, get up here. Run. Alright, so now I have to run over here and be like, oh no, this thing's broke. Better put this back where I found it, and then I can do the stuff. This section's almost over too. Like, this is a puzzle the first time you get here, so it takes longer. But once you figure out like where everything goes, it's pretty quick. And then the boss fight's not bad either. There's actually a challenge, which I may be able to do now that I have the WOLFSBANE. There's a challenge for completing the boss fight in under a minute, so it can't be that bad. And then, woo, shamu. And then I come over here. And then I put the crank in. And then I drink coffee. Alright, dam's working. Run back down here. I'm not sure what did I say the last, where did we end the last one? An hour and 5 minutes? So, I feel like this whole section takes less than 20 minutes. I have to match this up to the one over here, so, and it's on its side. So, orange, blue, 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 white, white. There we go. And then now I turn this. You have to just, it's simple. You just match that to the piece of paper next to it. I can't skip that. I'm trying to save time wherever I can by skipping cutscenes and whatever. And then here comes Big Fish Man. I'm right behind him. And then here comes the boss fight with him, which is, well, it's not that difficult. It wasn't difficult on my first playthrough. But it may be. See, I don't know with these bosses, like with the Lady D fight. I shot her. He's supposed to, like, break through that any second now. Or is it over here? Yeah, there it is. So, like... So, I don't know if that's enough damage to kill him, or just send him through the first phase of this fight. That's so sad. Why do you hate me? He's just, like, a very sad, you know, guy who's been taken advantage of, and it's sad. I'll grab some ammo, why not? I haven't grabbed ammo this whole run. I don't know if I can, see, I don't even know if I can do damage to him right now because he's like in an animation. So, but I've got unlimited ammo, so I'll just keep shooting. It's not like it's a problem.
Can't get caught in that.
Didn't you just do this? See, so that can't be doing damage to him because the fight would be over. I'm right here. Open your mouth. I guess I'm not completing the 1 minute thing because this is taking a while. Open your mouth at me. Okay, there we go, got it. Skip. He has a death, it's very sad.
As he was in life.
And even Ethan's like, you
The exit's up ahead.
disgusting creature. Like, come on, dude. We have well established he's not like some malicious being. He's just like a sad person who was experimented on by an evil woman. And he's like, disgusting creature. Calm down, bro. I know your like daughter's like in pieces in jars or whatever, but my word. Alright, so now we head to the stronghold, which is the vampire home. Not the vampire, I'm going brain dead. The lycanthrope, the werewolf home. So now we're heading over there. That was it. That was the whole section for, the game's divided into, like, 4 main sections. 6 counting the intro and, like, outro in boss fight, whatever. So, like, that was the end of the 3rd one. So we've got 1 more, which is, like, from the stronghold to the, what am I trying to think? The factory for Heisenberg. And then that's it. We're on to the boss fight. I think we're doing pretty good. I'll check time once I get back to the village. Once I'm... what do I want to say? So, we were an hour 5 once we got back to the village last time. I'm going to say that if we're under an hour... that was less than 20 minutes, wasn't it? This whole section? Maybe not. Because I had to, like, work my way there in this elevator. I'll say if we're under an hour 30. I've still got the factory. Man, I don't know if 2 hours is possible. If it's not, I'm going to find out, and you can tap the time bar and see what the title of this video is to see. I'm not sure if it's possible for me, being as, like, not good as I am. But we'll find out. There are definitely ways to optimize this run. And I know 2 hours, sub 2 hours is possible. I'm not sure if it's possible for me right now. Because I need to do a better strategy for this and just get good. Get gooder. So we're taking the same pathway back. And then, oh look, Heisenberg is so nice. Heisenberg's a really cool character in this game, by the way. He can control metal in a very Magneto way, but it's like he has these old junkyards, and he pieces together humans in like these horrifying shapes and stuff out of metal. It's really cool. This is an OG reference. I say OG. This is like a big reference if you're familiar with my channel. But in the Disturbing Movie Iceberg, I talk about Tetsuo the Iron Man, which is like a man who is... What the heck? Oh yeah, I need to hunt. I don't want to waste time, but... See, I'm also doing stuff like that. Like, how much time have I spent shooting animals? for a challenge, thank you. But it's been like... maybe half a minute? Maybe? If that, since I've been like on the way as I'm doing it. Maybe like 10 seconds. But little things like that add up, and speedrunners know that. So, like I said, there's definitely ways to optimize this. Alright, so the stronghold I'm running up to is the Werewolf's Den. Which I have a gun called the WOLFSBANE, so it shouldn't be a problem. So, this is something I really didn't know. They never stop spawning. You can kill them all and they'll quit spawning for a second, but then you move about 10 feet forward and they'll keep respawning. So the strategy is to run. I cannot imagine how hard this section would be on the Village of Shadows difficulty. It's got to be like nigh impossible. Because they just keep spawning right here. And there is one part we'll get to when we get like deep into the den where they literally never quit spawning. Because on my first playthrough, I was like stocked up on shotgun ammo and I was trying to lurk around for more ammo. So I'm like, oh, I'll just kill all the ones in this area. And I think I killed probably 40 to 50. And they kept spawning. And I'm like, oh, this is a circle, isn't it? Here's my biggest problem. So now, this gate takes a moment to open. So I've got to do the dance. Stop. I need to restore health. I haven't looked at my health this whole game. I mean, like, I haven't got any more. Whatever health I started this run through with is how much I'm gonna... That's all I got. Okay, it's good. We're good. Leave me alone. Stop that. Alright. I don't even know if they followed me to this part, but I'm just gonna keep running. It doesn't get easier. Oh, I didn't check my time. Oh, an hour 22. Okay. We're good. We're good. Gosh, how much did that... If it was an hour 5... My word. Okay, so if it was an hour 5 when we started to work our way towards the swamp section...
This must be their den.
And it's an hour 22 now that I'm into the stronghold. Was it like 12 or 13 minutes, the whole swamp? That's wild. Okay. I need to focus, because this part is hard. This part on Shadows, like this specifically, this is where I was talking about they never quit spawning. On Village of Shadows, this has to be horrible. Because, like, here it's a bit easier because I'm faster than them, and, like, they kind of lurk around me for a second so I can sidestep them.
Okay, big guy.
Okay, this was a mistake. I'm gonna die here. Oh, I stumbled one and was able to sprint through him. Whoa. Let's go. That was like the fastest possible way I could have got through that section. So, like, I took one, maybe 2 shots. None of them grappled me, and I was able to sprint. Boy, let's go, boys. All right, that makes me feel good. I was worried about that. Because, like, 7 of them dropped down from the ceiling, and I thought I'd die and have to respawn, but no, we good. This scene's also really cool. The entire game, I'm like, what's with all the hanging bodies with no legs? And then I'm like, oh, they eat them. Oh, no. It's a pretty creepy part. I like that. It's very good visual storytelling. Thank you, Health Jar. No, I didn't mean to... I was picking stuff up and accidentally... this may be killing time. Okay, I didn't mean to open the save file. Okay, whoops. We're good. I was like, oh, I'll pick stuff up here for the first time, and it almost got me in trouble. Okay, so this part. This is where the big giant comes, who I killed in the opening this time.
That's not good.
And when I was playing earlier, I kept shooting him, because at this point, what I did with the playthrough I did earlier, what I did in 2 hours and however many minutes, I played the game to, like, at what point do I want to say? Actually, right before I went to the swamp area, yeah. No, it was right after the swamp area. So right around here, I went and I got Yeah, there it is. Cool. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and pick this up, because why not?
Yeah.
So, that was fast. I didn't expect it to be that fast. Cool. But what I was saying is, I played the game... what was that after you got on the ground? 1, 2 shots? And at this point when I was playing, I had this gun with the unlimited ammo. So I kept shooting him and didn't let him get off of the pillar he was standing up on. And no joke, it took, I took 20 shots of this gun and he wasn't dying. And at that point I realized, oh, I have to wait for him to get on the ground. And as soon as he got on the ground, it was 1 shot. So that's what happened here. I shot him a few times to soften him up. Because, like, the issue with bosses in these games, and this was the same thing with 7, once they have that health transition time, or, like, they get into an animation, you can't do any more damage. So you can be sitting there wasting ammo, or in this case, wasting time, shooting him while he's still on the platform, and it's not going to do anything. So I had to wait for him to come down. This game, so my first playthrough when I was actually exploring and looking around everywhere, I came to this part. Also, if you turn left, there's an achievement for killing the super werewolf. If you turn left and go into that field right now, he's there. We're not going to do it because I'm speedrunning, but you can go do that. So now I've got all the pieces to put my daughter back together. Yeah, this way. Anyway. So I was like actually looking around and like exploring the whole world, which I'm not doing here, obviously. But the whole time, I saw that there was an entrance. You can't skip this either. You have to let this whole cutscene play out. Skip. I can skip that, but I can't skip the animation of the flask going into the chalice. But anyway, so. Put this in there. The entire time I'm like, how do I get into this cemetery, or this mausoleum entrance? There we go. So that I can get, because I saw there was a doorway and that was locked and it was killing me. So whenever I came out of the stronghold there, I was like, that's how to do it. And it was just a really big eureka moment. Because I took so long trying to figure out stuff like that. This part's pretty repeat from the playthrough I did earlier, because at this point I had the unlimited ammo WOLFSBANE and was just doing the same thing I am now, so I know that I can do this part fairly quickly.
What's going on?
So we completed the we were in the stronghold at an hour 22. That took what, like, how long was the stronghold? Like 5 minutes? My word. This gun really does do work, huh? Right. And wait for the cutscene. I can skip this cutscene. Now I go underground. Elevators, man. This game's full of them. Which, I mean, they work as a way to, like, do a load screen without actually doing a load screen, so I'll allow it. Honestly, again, spoilers, but if you're still watching at this point, I don't know what to tell you. The Chris Redfield part that comes up right after the factory where you play as Chris Redfield, it's going to be hard because I don't have this revolver. Because, like, when I'm playing this, I have the Godsmack, right? Whenever I want to use it. Whereas, like, with Chris, I have to use... It's like one of the most powerful guns in the game, but a normal gun. So that will actually probably be a relatively slow part because of it. Rolling around at the speed of sound. I really love this game. Like, I loved Resident Evil 7. One of, if not my favorite horror game of all time. And this is comparable. I've got to, like, set on it. I've got to, like, play the hard difficulties and think about it for a while if I like it as much, if not more. But it's close. Either way, it's close if it's a little bit less or a little bit more. And the fact that they managed to essentially capture lightning in a bottle twice is fantastic. I love this game a lot. I highly recommend. Even I didn't play horror games. I think I may. I can't remember if I had played Dead Space yet at that point, but either Dead Space or Resident Evil 7 I played right around the same time back to back, and I don't remember what came first.
What are you playing?
And those were my first horror games ever. So I went from never having played a horror game to playing two of the greatest. And this game's fantastic. I highly recommend it to anyone. This and 7. Alright, so skip this. And then skip this where I run from Motorhead. Alright.
Shit!
The guy with quite literally a motor for a head. Also, and discuss this in the comments, because I could be horribly wrong.
Damn it!
I don't think I can skip. No, I can't. Like, let me know in the comments if I'm off on this. But, and this is for like the story questions, did Heisenberg really do anything wrong? Because from what it seems to me Heisenberg does is he was captured by Mother Miranda, and rather than turning into a giant werewolf monster, he turned into a normal person that can control magnetism, which is awesome, right? So he essentially got superhero powers. Look these guys out of the way so they don't grapple me. That's a lot of lag. Anyway. I don't think he did anything wrong because... So he didn't become a werewolf monster that eats people. He became a superhero, which is good. So then he immediately grows to despise her, as you would, and wants to use his powers to stop her. So he comes to Ian.
This is messed up.
Ethan.
I've got to get upstairs.
Also, this factory looks really cool too. Like, first time playing, I was like, wow, look at that. But... Sorry, Duke, I know you're cool. I can't help you this time. So then he immediately uses his powers to try to destroy her, which again, Miranda's an evil woman who has killed whoever knows how many people in order to... Wow. That one almost got me a bit. Didn't mean to pick that up, but okay. So, like, what did he do wrong again? Because all of these people that we run into are either already created monsters, but like those ones I just shot. Those are the monsters that were underneath the castle that were already created by Miranda's sick experiments that he just turned into creatures to try to destroy her, right? Like, he took these monsters she was making and made them weapons to use against her, which, again, is probably the best move. Like, she's creating these demons, so now you're utilizing them to take her out from creating more of them. And not only that, I understand Ethan's whole point of view of, like, Rose is not a weapon or whatever, but as we see from the end of the game, she can be used pretty effectively as a weapon. And all that she's telling, and again, I'm not saying Heisenberg's a great, swell dude, because... After Ethan says no, he immediately tries to kill Ethan. Like, we get it, not good. But, like, his initial offer to Ethan is, hey, your daughter's got superpowers, because both of her parents are made out of mold, right? So, what if we use those superpowers to stop this woman who's been kidnapping, torturing, and murdering people for 100 years? And I'm one of her victims. What if we use my powers and your daughter's powers? And also, I just thought about this. Mia, Ethan, and Rose are all also victims of her. Because if she started the original mold, as the story says, then everything that happened in Louisiana, everything that's happened here, is all a direct result of her doing. Out of my way. So... Also, take revenge for yourself, your life, and the normal life your daughter can't have. And let's kill this woman. And Ethan's like, no. And then kills Heisenberg. Okay, whoops. That was, I have hit that gear on every playthrough. That scared me. Okay, whoops. But he's like, hey, You're victims of her. I'm victims of her. Let's make it so she can never hurt anyone else ever again. And Ethan's like, no. I'm gonna kill you instead. So you kill Heisenberg, and then go kill Miranda, which was Heisenberg's original plan. It's like, really? I feel like Heisenberg was an alright guy. Who's just in bad circumstances. Because he can't all at once be like, no, Miranda, I'll never join. Like, Ethan's whole, like, black and white view of reality doesn't exactly work for the position Heisenberg's in. He can't be like, no, Miranda, I'll never join you, because then she'll just kill him. Or turn him into one of these, like, zombie things. Because you can see this and be like, oh, Heisenberg's so evil. But every single one of these creatures are a dead body. You can hear it in his logs. He talks about... I forget which one. He talks about with the, like, super soldiers he creates. Like those panzer guys with the drill hands. That one of them was a guy who died in the village of natural causes. Like, these are dead bodies that he is trying to use in order to stop Miranda. Which, again, sounds like a pretty good deal. I feel like Heisenberg was alright, and he was using the means... again, he's not a good person. Like, he tries to kill Ethan after Ethan says no. But, again, you could say the ends justify the means. Killing Miranda is more important than saving Ethan to him, which, understandably, considering how many people Miranda's killed. So when it came from using Rose as a super weapon, or letting Ethan live, because he knows that... Ethan won't let him use Rose while Ethan's around, so he's like, alright, I've got to get rid of Ethan if I'm going to stop Miranda.
That bitch Miranda.
Yeah, see what he's talking about right there.
Truly disappointing.
Yeah, why not join forces? Like, I'm on Heisenberg's side with all this. Oh boy. I'm going to have to fight, aren't I?
To be her children. She locked us away in the village. Decades
Okay, no, we're good.
To serve her.
That's really slow with this revolver.
Understand that humiliation.
Yeah, what he's talking about right now. Like, they're forced to serve her. It's not like he can just say, no, I'm going to use my super electric powers that you gave me somewhere else, in a place I'm more morally aligned with. Like, she doesn't care. She'll just kill him. She only cares about getting her daughter back. And she'll do anything to achieve it. Because as you find out at the end of the game, her daughter died during the plague. I don't think he'll follow me in here. Yeah, you don't have to kill, like, any of these guys in here. You can just run by. Yeah, so there they try to make him sound supervillain, but going off his actions, like, he's fine. Like, yeah, join up with the super electric guy. As we're going to see in a little bit, his powers are pretty amazing. I'm sure that would be useful in getting rid of Miranda, which I am once again stating is what Ethan does anyway. I'm gonna have to fight this guy, there's no way I can... Oh, well that was hard. He was one shot. Reload. There we go, okay. Again, this could definitely be optimized. I am not perfect. Yeah, that guy, I'm not going to look at him right now. He's literally a giant motor on legs. And you can read in the logs around the world that he had arms, but he cut them off. I don't know if I have to do this on every floor. I'll do it to be safe. To get the elevator to come up here. I love the Duke. He's so funny. I like his character, too. Not that you'll be seeing any of him in this playthrough.
Got a long way to go.
But, really not that long. Like, we've got the WOLFSBANE. I think we're fine, Ethan. But, like, yeah, I'm Team Heisenberg. Jesse. We've got to use the bodies, Jesse. Jesse, we've got to shoot Miranda.
Oh, she doesn't care for us. No.
Yeah, see what he's saying? She doesn't care.
She's long lost all.
Yeah, I Heisenberg has said nothing except for the one out of context line they gave him to make Ethan sound more justified.
Family drama.
Yeah, Ethan's just being inflammatory. He's just trolling. I bet I can drop off this. Yeah. This is also the canon run, by the way. Ethan did everything in 2 hours. But what was I saying? Yeah, so like he says a supervillain line, and then they're like, yeah, that justifies what Ethan was talking to. No, it doesn't. They should have teamed up to stop Miranda, and then maybe
Another one?
certain people wouldn't have had to have died. Just saying. That's another question I have, if anyone's like more savvy on story details than me. So, it's my impression that, and again, spoilers, that Ethan had to die. I'm gonna have to kill these guys, aren't I? Oh boy. Whoa! Woo! I didn't know he could turn corners like that. I thought that his, like, he would move in a straight line. That was horrible. Okay. That wasn't hard, but oh my gosh, that terrified me. Okay. Whew! Anyway. So yeah, back to what I was saying. He just like breakneck turned to get to me. Oh my word. So if someone's more story savvy, maybe they can tell me. But I assume the reason that Ethan died. Let me go up the ladder. There we go. Was because he died. So Ethan died in Louisiana, right? He was killed by Jack Baker. That makes sense. And then, like, because plot convenience or whatever, the mold didn't let him know he was mold, and he stayed pure of heart, which I'm fine with. I can swallow that for plot. That's your standard superhero, whatever. However, it seems like the reason Ethan dies at the end of this game isn't because he takes a lot of damage, because what's damage to Ethan or any molded thing, really. I also like that he's molded because that explains why he's like Superman throughout all the games. The reason he died is because he is killing the host infection of what made him. So like if he is just mold and he's killing the mother of the mold and blowing up the source itself, that would also kill him. Like even if Ethan got on the helicopter and got away, he would have just deteriorated because he's just mold now, right? That's what I thought. So opinions, Ethan died because he was made of mold and Heisenberg did nothing wrong. Because Heisenberg's just he can't be like, no, Miranda, I won't enslave and torture these people for you. Because for one, they're just going to go to Lady D or whatever and die anyway. And two, how's he gonna say no? She'll just kill him. She doesn't care about his more. Can I craft? I will craft one healing item. Only craft of the whole game. Because I feel like I'm about to have to use one. Because it's the boss fight with the Motorman, so I'll probably get hurt.
But don't worry. I'll stop it. I'll use Rose to kill Miranda.
Is that so bad? Is that so bad? Killing Miranda? No. Is using a child who was made from Miranda's own disease to kill her bad? No.
Take Rose? I'd like to see you try.
Alright, this is why... Okay, I probably didn't have to pull the lever on the last level, but whatever. It's not like I'm a super speedrunner. It's not like it ate up a ton of time, so I am by no means a professional at this. We get to spend time with Duke finally. Come on, I got a revolver. I do. I'm not crazy. I picked up the key mold, right? Yeah. Okay. So you got to go back to the smelter to make a key to get through that door. Wonder if I can hit the little... I always miss the goat that's on this part. Wonder if I can... Probably not. Yeah, no. I can never hit it. I haven't done like a 100% completionist run to do all that stuff yet.
It's dark.
Thank you, Ethan, for that insightful commentary. I always try to shoot that goat whenever I move at that part, though, because why not? Oh, there's that lay. Thank you, game. Cool story, bro. It'd be interesting to watch a speed run done without using New Game Plus weapons, like how fast you could go actually picking up ammo and actually using stuff. I may do one in the future, but again, this is my first attempt, and I'm just seeing if it's even possible using this very special revolver. The only time I've had to break it was for the... oh, I'm also going to have to break it during the Chris Redfield part because I won't have the revolver. Sorry, but I can't do anything about that. The only time I've broke it as Ethan was whenever I had to throw the grenade to open up the door. But again, I can't really do anything about that. Also, here's something cool. So these Panzer Soldat, or sorry, that's what they're called in zombies. These Soldat Panzers are only supposed to take explosive damage. However, this gun also, I guess, counts as explosive damage. Because there you go, 5 shots. Because the way it works with, like, I didn't mean to, whatever. It's not like I ate up time. I didn't mean to pick that up. But, because normally when you fight these guys, you have to use a grenade of some sort to break off their armor. However, this revolver seems to do the job just fine. See? It is very hard to kill them in the core game. I say it like this is a different game. It's very hard to kill them when you're not cheesing the system. Did I pick up the key? Yes, okay. I thought I didn't pick it up for a second. Oh my gosh. That would be horrible. Yeah, miss it again. Alright. I got cold for a second. I thought that I hit the elevator button, would have to ride back down, go back and get the key. But we're good. Still alive. Heisenberg's key. Should I go ahead and use the healing? If there's a healing potion in here, I'll go ahead and use mine, because I don't want to fight Motorhead
You really are
and
a
die.
tough one.
Yeah, there we
I'm
go.
tired of chit-chat.
Alright.
Time to die.
How do I... Oh yeah, go out.
You can hear it, can't you?
Alright, here's Motorhead fight.
Waiting for you.
Quite literally. Yeah. He cut his arms off on the propellers. He has legs on a running engine. That's one of my favorite character designs ever. Come on, let's speed this up. I want this to be over. Please die. Quick, I need to speedrun this game. Is that it? How many times have I shot him? My word.
Now stay down.
Okay, cool. I got him. Nice. Then this door should open. Yeah, there we go. How many shots was on when I played this, when I did this earlier? Oh no, I went the wrong way, dang it. See, you could definitely do better. If I do it under 2 hours, you all can do it under 2 hours. When I played this earlier on casual, or like easy basically, the first time I shot him, it killed him. I think I fired like 3 or 4 times and it killed him. So yeah, how many shots was that to kill him? Like 5 or 6 with my super revolver. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I was getting afraid that I'd get into a loop and wouldn't be able to beat him, but yeah. Then we have the Heisenberg fight coming up in a second. Oh wait, I go. Yeah, skip, and then I'll be down here.
Again?
Which, skipping the story, Heisenberg threw me down back to the bottom. And then I go into here, I meet Chris Redfield, and then a ton of plot stuff. I'm just gonna skip. And now we're getting into the in-fight section. So I get on here, start the Heisenberg fight, and then I do the Chris Redfield part, and then I do the in-game part. Oh, let's see if I can shoot the goat thing now. Come on, where's he at? Where's that little collectible? It's got to be like... Yeah, I got him! Let's go! I got the goat. Yay. And I shot one of those guys off the line. I have done all I needed to do here. I can quit the stream. I mean, I can quit the video now. Alright, so here comes big fight with giant Heisenberg man. Also, this like proves my point. I was saying that Ethan should have sided with him because just wait till you see what he looks like. Really cool character model, but oh. Alright, so Ethan, one second.
You're like a goddamn cockroach.
Ethan didn't think that this would be useful in getting his daughter back. And yeah, the whole, I don't want my daughter to be a weapon, it's like, I got news for you. Your daughter's a weapon, your wife's a weapon, you are a weapon. Everyone you've ever loved has been a weapon. I like that you use a chainsaw as a shield. You just hold it up with your left hand to block. That's so cool.
Too bad I'm your only fan. Not bad. This is the best.
Shoot him in the face, shoot him in the face. Yeah, Ethan didn't think that this would be useful.
So this is the power of all the love.
Hit the giant glowing red spots. This is very similar to the Jack Baker fight. Honestly, a lot of the boss fights in this game are similar to the Jack Baker fight. Small, non-assuming person becomes giant demon thing. I think that was all of them. No, he's got 2 stages, that's right. This isn't a hard fight, it's fun, but it's not hard at all. Also, once again, this is technically not using the WOLFSBANE, but once again, I can't do anything about it, so sorry. I think that was it. I think he goes into the middle and does the whole thing now. No, maybe not. Does he have another weak spot? Yeah, here we go. That's the other weak spot. Like I said, really cool character design, like his head stuff there. Oh, my controller batteries are low, that could be a problem. Oh no. Alright, I don't want to die here. Are we done yet? Can I be done yet? Yeah, he's going to the middle now. This is where he does the whole cinematic and I get knocked out of the machine. And then I can go back to using my real weapon, the WOLFSBANE. Alright, so shoot him in the face. Yeah. Alright, so I get knocked out of that. Chris Redfield blew up the factory while I was doing this. I love that line, Boulder punching. Reference to the old Resident Evil. 3 shots. 3 shots. 3 shots of this revolver cleared the entire ground stage for him. And then he'll go back to the center. I can't. Yeah, I'm not doing anything to him now. He goes back to the center and he launches us up in the air and it's the end cinematic. Yeah. That's not skippable. It's not. I figured it wouldn't be. Ethan didn't think that would be useful in stopping Miranda. Like, Ethan, bro, I think it would be. Ethan doesn't know that I have the super revolver. He should have taken help. Cool send-off line. Still no skip, yeah.
This can't be the end for me! I must kill her!
See, when I first played the game and I was going through it, I'm like, oh, maybe Heisenberg's lying and he's actually helping her and this is all a trick or whatever. But that being like his ending, I'm pretty sure he was legitimate. In his death, he was saying he has to kill her. Alright, skip. And now we should go to the Chris Redfield part. Whew, alright. So that was the end of the fourth. We'll check time whenever I get started here too. I'd say if we're under 1... Where's that at the last one? 122 when we were at the Stronghold? If I'm under 145, I should be okay. If I'm under 140, which means I cleared the factory in like 20 minutes, which I didn't think I was going to be able to do. So pat myself on the back. If I did, if I'm under 145. I'm having a great time. I hope you all are enjoying it. This is fun. I enjoy doing this. Let me know also in the comments while you're telling me how your day's been. If you would like to see me do more stuff like this or another like Resident Evil 8 speedrun. I'm not great at games. I don't play a ton, but I do enjoy playing them and doing all this. So if you're interested, let me know. Or if you enjoyed this, let me know. I just like hearing from you all.
And I'll go over the situation.
Alright. Skip.
Been a while since...
I'm not going to be able to do 2 hours. It's an hour 54 minutes. That factory took longer than I thought. I can't finish the rest of the game in 5 minutes. So looks like we're not going to be able to do it, but we will see how close to 2 hours I can get.
We fought together,
so, oh well, but is what it is.
The desert.
I don't know what I could have improved for myself. I'm sure that like guys who actually know this will be able to like know every enemy to invade, and that they'll like super sprint by these guys. I'm not at that level, but I'm not sure if it was possible for me at my skill level and doing what I'm doing to get the 2 hours on this run at least.
Made contact with a group
I'm not sure.
bioweapons.
And like as this game's like out a while, people will figure out new ways to optimize it. Like they'll figure out in the beginning like altercation how to hold on, focusing.
Roger that.
I don't think I have to kill these guys either, but it's going to be hard to get by if I let them live.
Craft spotted. 2 guards. I can take them.
Don't get cocky.
Oh, I've got infinite ammo for this gun because I've got infinite ammo unlocked for it post game. I didn't realize that. That's cool.
It's all mutilized.
That's probably where Miranda is. Let's go.
Run.
Large mutated bioweapon sighted.
Maybe this is a bad idea what I'm doing right now. Maybe all these things are going to catch up to me and kill me at once. We'll find out. I don't go. Yeah. Maybe stuff like that's why I can't do 2 hours.
Umberise, I need some backup.
Whoa! Doing stuff like that so I can't do 2 hours. I don't know though where I would have messed up, or if just like given my skill level and what I'm doing, if I don't think 2 hours is currently possible for me until I get better. Because I can't really think of what I would have changed. It's not like there's been one huge... I guess the, I could have spammed a bit more during the motor fight, but that was like, what, 40 seconds difference? Which I know matters, like, competitively, but this is not competitively at all. This is just me having fun. I'm not upset about it. I don't want to come off as upset about it. I'm still having a great time, and this is fun and everything. I'm just curious, thinking to myself if I could have changed it. Or what I could improve for, like, in the future, in other words. Say that. This part would also eat up time on a run. Because on regular difficulty, it's 2 hits to kill these guys. So, I mean, not regular, casual difficulty. So, like, you just walk through them at this point. Whereas here, I've got to reload and actually think about it. Because casual is, like, too easy. I would say I may be able to, like, do 2 hours on a casual run, but honestly, I'm not sure if I'd want to because it is a little too easy.
Reach the target location.
Can't skip.
Damn, this is big. All right, Lobo. Marking the target.
Roger that, boss.
This weapon's annoying because you have to do that every time you use it.
All right.
and then I get attacked.
Reloading
I'm gonna
now.
throw grenades
Just a minute.
to soften these
It's
things
a
up.
swarm headed that way.
And then more are gonna spawn. I'll save some grenades.
Okay, Captain. I'm reloaded.
I feel like these things are gonna not let me finish. Please let me finish. Please let me. Oof. Okay, cool. They all just wah. Wah. There's one of the big guys. Alright, this is what I'm saving grenades for, the big guys. You guys get knocked. There's so many. Alright, this is not gonna be fun. This is probably a bad idea. Yep, it was a bad idea. Okay. This could be not good. Alright, so I'm gonna health inject. I think I got it. Whoops. Alright, so if I can like train these guys for a second while I do this. Just don't let them touch me. Should be fine. Yes! Got it. Nice. Whew! I was stressing there for a bit. Thought I got cornered.
Megamycete must be below.
Alright, we're good.
I found a way down. I'm going in. The rest of you stay back.
Captain, I compared the mold at the village with a sample from the bakers, and there's no sign of the genome editing we saw in the E-series. The stuff originated here.
I don't know how hard this guy's going to be to fight too. I think you can do damage to him if you hit him on the back, but you also have to call in the airstrikes. This is just like the healed version of a big giant guy. Killed twice now. Third time to kill him.
Lobo, I got a tough guy here. I'm gonna need backup.
You're on the ground.
There's an opening in the roof. Use it.
Okay, I'm moving out. Hold on till I get there.
Yeah, this part would be awful for a run too, especially if you're close. I'm not going to be close at all. But yeah, this part would be awful for a run. And again, yes, I'm cheating on the WOLFSBANE speedrun, but I can't help it here because you can't get. This is the only gun you can get as Chris. This is his weapon.
Good.
Right,
I'll signal
now,
with the locator.
I don't have to like keep it on him. It just has to be like around here.
Nice. Thought so.
I think it hurts him because rather than like the dinging noises and deflects you get on the front, whenever you shoot him on the back, there's a like blood effect. So I'm pretty sure it hurts him. I'm just not sure how much. Yeah, those. Yeah, so you don't get those when you shoot him on like the big mold places he's got early.
Okay, Captain. I'm reloading. Ready when you are.
Woohoo! Yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna keep getting. Just take it. Okay, woo! Had me sweating there. That might be enough to kill him. Yeah, he's dead. Cool. So then I go out this door.
Hostile bioweapon.
Where should I point next?
Cool.
I'll keep going. The rest of you, stay above ground.
Now we keep going.
So if
keep
Miranda was the
going.
fake Mia, where's the real one? I doubt she saw any further.
I would
use
also, if you all are interested, I really like Call of Duty Zombies, and I kind of like in the new Zombies maps. So if y'all are interested in me like streaming, or well, also streaming, but like doing like Easter egg runs on like the maps and stuff, that'd be cool. I'd enjoy that because I like doing the Easter eggs and all that. All right, skip.
Captain, I have eyes on Miranda at the ceremony site.
Keep your distance. Do not move until I give the order.
Run.
I know it's too late now, but we really should have told Ethan the plan.
There wasn't time.
This is where I get to the lab.
We didn't expect Miranda to act so soon.
Even so, you should have told him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this must be Miranda's lab.
I wonder who that voice actor is, because he sounds familiar. The actor for Chris. Wait, yeah, I can't skip. Okay. Alright, so now we transition over to Ethan having the dream with Evelyn, which I think it's cool to bring Evelyn back. The idea that she's always there in the mold. And I also like this game's connection to that. So pretty much Evelyn was invented as an attempted prototype for Eva, or Eva, the daughter of Miranda. So I skip this part, I walk forward a little bit, I collapse, and then I can skip again. I don't have to sit here for the whole dream sequence, because it does go on a while. That's when Ethan figures out that he's like made of mold or whatever.
How did I get here?
Walk. Yeah, now I skip this. Okay. And then this is it. We're at the end boss fight, but it's not going to be. I have to walk up to it. It's not going to be 5 minutes. Even though I have the super revolver. I'm probably at like 2:02 right now. 2 hours and 2 minutes. Maybe I could do under 2 hours. I'm not sure what I would change. I can't think of a weapon I'd prefer to use other than the WOLFSBANE. Have to think on it. But yeah, like I was saying, I like Call of Duty Zombies a lot. I would even do the old Easter. Honestly, I'd probably rather prefer to do the old Easter eggs, like Call of the Dead and stuff like that. The old Zombies maps, because not only do I really love those maps and those games more, but I like know those Easter eggs and would enjoy doing them. So if you're interested in that, let me know, because I'd be down. Assuming like people enjoy this video. And you know what, if people don't enjoy this video and there's like 10 of you watching right now and everyone hates this, well, thank you for watching regardless. I know this definitely isn't for everyone, but something that I enjoy doing, and I enjoy just like people watching anything, whatever it is I'm doing, and I appreciate it. So thank you for watching. This has been fun. I enjoyed it as we approach the end fight. It's been a good time. We'll call it. We'll watch like the end cutscene, or at least some of it together. We'll call it done after I do like the last shot to Miranda, and then we'll like see what time it is. Actually, what's time now? 2:04. So I'll probably do it in under 2:10. Well, I think I will do it under 2:10. So man, I bet I could do under 2 hours. Oh, I can skip that. See, stuff like that I could change.
You disposed of my false children.
I know she has several stages. So there's like her first stage done. This gun's awesome. Now she becomes Spider. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So now you can die peacefully.
There's her third stage. Now she flies.
I'm not letting you get away.
How can you deny me?
Why the hell can't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid,
Feel
not
the
yours?
God's wrath.
This is just a parental custody fight. That's all this game is. So here's where she goes, yeah, into darkness, and then I have to shoot her when she attacks. There she
Now,
is.
Mr.
There we go.
Winters, I think it's time you left things in my hands. Oh, rest.
Where'd she go?
The hell I will.
I will take back my daughter!
Ow.
Die, 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 die!
Ow, isn't she supposed to be dead by now? Go ahead and heal up. What the heck? Okay, thank you.
I
My word.
understand your feelings.
Took you long enough. This is it. This is the instant max. So now I just like spam her.
To ensure I never see your face again.
There we go. And then she gets like right in my face. Just like the end, but the parallels and like boss fights and stuff between this game and 7 are insane. There's a ton. Like giant monster lady becomes monstrous and at the end is like dragging you in. 2 hours and 6 minutes. 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 27 seconds. Dang, I missed 2 hours. I could probably do 2 hours. But final shot, 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 27 seconds. I could be off if the game gives me a different time at the end. Man, that's frustrating. All right, but that's it. That's it. We did the game. This is the end. I'll skip to see if, because I'm not sure. Actually, instead of watching the outros, I'm just gonna like spam skip because I'm not sure if that affects my time that the game officially tells me. So I'm just gonna skip. But that was it. That was the run. We didn't do 2 hours, but I'm happy with that. 2 hours and 6 minutes. Man, I bet I could do under 2 hours. Now it's gonna bug me. And the father story is now done. Yeah, we didn't see any of the actual storylines, so who cares? But 2 hours and 6 minutes. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. Man. Yeah, 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 58 seconds. You all that saw this actually 20. I'm calling it 26 because all that ending was. Oh, cool. I didn't spend money, did I? All of that ending was like the last 30 seconds was me hitting skip. But I guess that's official. Fine, I'll call it that completion time. Because if we do the whole he said, she said about, well, I could have skipped this, then it gets annoying. So we'll just stick with that. 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 58 seconds. Man. Less than 7 minutes from a sub 2 hour run. I bet I could do it. I bet I could do it. If I fix some stuff, I bet I could do it. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's the run. About 7 minutes over. But I did it. Let's see what. Woo! That's a lot of challenges. Oh, I did the hunter one. So it looks like me shooting all of. Well, it looks like me shooting all of those random animals paid off. So I got poacher. I got butcher, which I guess is the same thing. Daka for the machine guns. No idea what those are. That's okay. So Lady Killer, I know, is from beating the Lady D fight in under 2.5 minutes. And I'm not sure. Thank you for playing it 3 times. I know that. $184,000 to spend. Wow, I can unlock all the cheat guns. So maybe there will be a better cheat gun. We'll find out. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. I've enjoyed this. It's been fun. Let me go ahead. I'll save down here. I'll save my 3s in a row. But thank you all so much. It's been fun. I really enjoyed doing this. I had a great time. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. I may give the Village of Shadows a try with the WOLFSBANE and see how that goes. I won't be able to beat the 2 hour run with it. Maybe if I did casual, I could do 2 hours. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I had a great time making this video. I enjoyed it, so let me know if you want to see more in the future. But just thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my patrons, of course, and everyone for being a part of this. But this was fun, and I hope that you enjoyed, because I would certainly love to do something like this again. I am not a professional. I am a gamer, but I'm not a pro gamer by any means. But I just had fun, and I hope that you all enjoyed. And I can't wait to see what the community does with this game like they did with 7, and how hard they can push these limits. Because it's always great to see. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.